Welcome, Watchers of Illusion, to my Castle of Confusion on the 30th of October, 2025. Oh yes, the eve of Hallows Eve. Or Halloween, whichever you want to call it. All Hallows Eve, yes. So, we're looking at Street Fighter Alpha 2 on the PlayStation today, which I said I was going to do a few weeks back when I did the SNES version. Because I wanted to see the differences and to give a more of an arcade representation of a home system. PlayStation fits the bill. So I'm playing as Ryu for a change. Not Ken. I'm playing as Ryu or Ryu. I don't know. Ryu? I don't know. Anyway, him with the white suit on. So if you're familiar with Street Fighter and Street Fighter 2, this is the Alpha series, which is a prequel series to the Street Fighter 2 games. So that's why the characters look a little bit younger, I guess. But all in all, this is a pretty solid effort. I remember having this game on the PlayStation myself back in the day, and I was a bit disappointed with the graphics, and it was because they looked so different. I didn't realise when I was my younger self, didn't realise that this was a prequel series. So didn't understand why the artwork was so drastically different on it. But now I know. And it's because it's literally the prequel to Street Fighter 2. So there we go. So there was Street Fighter Alpha, Street Fighter Alpha 2, and I think there was a Street Fighter Alpha 3 as well. So there we go. Lots of those. And then we had the Street Fighter series, and then the Street Fighter Third Strike series, I think. And there was also EX Plus Alpha on the PlayStation as well, which was like a 3D-esque type affair. Which I'm going to look at those as well at some point, because they were very different to this. Oh, look at that. There was a special move. I managed to do that. That was cool. Like that. So let's have a look at the graphics straight away. You can see that it is a solid effort here. You've got no problems with this at all. The characters look really good, and the background's nicely animated, as you would imagine a Street Fighter game would be. The only thing that's going to let this game down slightly is the loading, but that's because it's on CD, so that's why. But we can't really penalise it too much for that, because that's not the game's fault. That's the media that it was put on, so there we are. But now we're going against Dal Sim, that stretchy yogi guy from India. So once it loads everything in, we will be able to play. Like I said, it just breaks the immersion a little bit, the loading screens, but that's fine. It's they're kind of few and far between, I suppose, if you look at it logically. Here we go again. So now we've got the elephants in the background, all animated nicely. Some lady there just standing there as if this is an everyday normal occurrence. And why wouldn't it be? Yeah. You've got this teleporting Indian guy who breathes fire, because that's totally normal in a day in the life of this lady. She even applauds his efforts. So all the techniques and moves that you would expect to see in a Street Fighter series are all present. So you've got all of Ryu's I just realised that elephant was picking up an apple with its trunk. That really just distracted me slightly there. But yeah, everything's there. You've got your controls are nice as well. So you've got hard punch, hard kick, medium punch, and light kick. Each one will do a different strength of attack, obviously. So if you do the whirlwind kick, for example, with a light kick, you don't travel very far. But when you do a hard kick, you travel across most of the screen. There you are. These super techniques as well get charged up by attacking and being attacked. As you can see that at the bottom of the screen there. So let's have a quick look at the UI, because there is a few things to look at. Nothing major though. We'll wait for the next fight, I think, before we do that, and be able to start again. Fresh start on the screen, you'll see. So let's have a look at that. Who are we up against next? We're up against Dan, another player that I quite like to play as in Street Fighter. Let me know in the comments who is your go-to fighter in the Street Fighter series. It could be from any of the games, not just this one. So who is your go-to fighter and why? There you go. That's a good question, that. I used to really enjoy Zangief, but he's quite slow, sluggish, and you have to do this weird 360 pad turn to do his grapple. But when you do hit it, the spinning pile driver is devastating. But it's a weird one, because you sort of the way I used to do it, I used to jump towards the my opponent and then do the full circle and then the punch, and he would do it. But it does take a little bit of skill to be able to grab hold of him to do that. but once it's done, it's spectacular, and it does knock the crap out of them. So yeah, but yeah, I like this. There's lots of frames of animation as well, which is cool. So we're getting almost pretty much, apart from the loading screens, we're getting an arcade perfect experience here, which is cool. And we're gonna, there we go, and we're gonna knock the crap out of him. His max has gone to level 3 now because we just did that as well. So you got to be careful. But perfect. You can see on the top bar there, I've just got 2 V's and a VP, which is perfect, which is nice. Always a good thing to have a perfect. But the game itself, it just runs really smoothly. No animation stutters, no starting freezes like you got on the Super Nintendo. So this being CD, obviously there is a slight bit of loading time, as we can see, and we have seen over the duration of the last sort of 5-6 minutes. And again, I can't really penalise that because, well, it's, you know, it's to do with the media. But yeah, got some nice new fighters as well. Quite a lot of fighters that we haven't seen before, which is quite nice as well. I just love the backgrounds. They're so rich and detailed, and there's lots going on. Like there's a ship coming into harbour there in the background, and you've got those gondolas as well, which is pretty neat. So yeah, lots of things to look at and get distracted by, especially when you're trying to play and review at the same time. So there you go. Like I say, the controls, I've covered the attack buttons, but you've got left and right, and up and down. Well, down will duck, up will jump. And then you've got all your other buttons as well, which is and they're all very good. There's no input lag, so you get pitch perfect on the controls as well, which is great. The sound effects and the music are very good as well. You obviously get CD soundtrack, that being a very obvious upgrade there. Being able to have the entire game tracks on the CD and have them in CD quality sound is really nice. Then you've got all the arcade sounds. I don't think they scrimped on any. I think you've got the full sound effect database in this as well. So you've got all of the fighters' vocals, which again is very nice as well. It just all adds to that wanting a perfect arcade experience, which you're going to get with Street Fighter Alpha 2. And it's 2-player, so you can play against each other. You can't play 2 players at the same time. Against the CPU, I mean, but you can play against each other, so you can set up some home tournaments, which is always a good fun thing to do. So if you're looking for some beer-fueled fun, then get yourself absolutely wasted with some friends, and then just kick the crap out of them with a Street Fighter game. You can't go wrong. You really can't. But all in all, this is a very, very solid effort from Capcom as well. I've had to look at this game with my present self rather than my past self, because my past self, like I said, kind of didn't like this game, but I'm actually really enjoying it now, which is the main thing. And I think if you haven't tried a Street Fighter game before, this is something for you to pick up and have a go at. Fairly easy to find as well. It's not a very rare game, so quite easy to find for your PlayStation consoles and emulation if you so wish. Can't tell you where to find it, but if you look on Google, I'm sure you'll find something. Anyway, but yeah, it's very nicely presented. It's just Capcom shininess, isn't it? And it's really nice. Zangief is just an absolute beast. Never let him come grab hold of you, because it pretty much will absolutely destroy you. But yeah, this is just such a nice, solid entry into the Street Fighter series. It's good stuff, but does it really bring anything new? Not really, but then does any of the Street Fighter 2 games bring anything new to the table after Street Fighter 2? Apart from a host of new playing characters, and then playable bosses and stuff like that. But the game itself has always remained pretty centric, and I think that's probably because why change the format when it works so well? That's pretty much standard, isn't it? But this is a solid game, and if you do like the Street Fighter games, this is one for you. And if you're new to the Street Fighter series, this is not a bad one to jump into, to be quite honest with you. So it's worth a go. The playability of the game is absolutely spot on. So if you like a nice arcade beat-em-up, then this is a really good place to start and have a good fun and have a good time with. Obviously, like I said, get some friends around, have a tournament. That's always good fun as well. Do a knockout round, that kind of thing. Yeah, it works well. I remember having many a good sesh with my mates back in the day, playing Street Fighter 2 Alpha and Street Fighter 2 as well on the Super Nintendo, which was great fun. Oh yes, you can grab in the air now and stuff as well. You can do air attacks, I do believe. But Ken is just yeah. So we're fighting in the middle of this party. No one seems to give a shit, which is great, because why would they? Replay value is absolutely on the money here as well, with a host of different options as well. So you can increase the difficulty level from easy all the way up to very hard, and that's when the computer's going to cheat like an absolute son of a gun. But at the same time, it gives you that option. If you find it too easy, you can ramp up the difficulty. And yeah, like I say, plenty of options to play with. You can find those in the options menu at the start of your game. Have a look at that. You've also got like time battles and stuff like that, I think. I remember, like, I think you've got time trials and things like that. Have a look and check it out. So let me know in the comments if you have played Street Fighter Alpha 2 or any of the Street Fighter Alpha games. Which was your favourite out of the Alpha series? Let me know in the comments. I'd love to hear from you guys. So that about wraps up today's review. But there you go, Street Fighter Alpha 2 on the PlayStation. Hope you've enjoyed it. I've enjoyed bringing it to you. What a great game this has been. And yeah, that was a spectacular miss, wasn't it? And oh, Ken has to just prove me wrong there and just absolutely paste me there. But that's fine. That's Strider in the background. Just Strider with the sash on. Anyway, that's about it from me today. I will catch you again on the next review. I'm going to try and find something for Halloween. I'm not sure what there is left for me to look at. There's quite a few spooky games I've already done over the years, but I will definitely look into it. But if it's not a spooky game, it will be a game of some description. So until then, my friends, I will leave it there. You have yourselves a lovely morning, afternoon, or evening, wherever you may be, and I'll catch you again tomorrow. So thanks for tuning in. I appreciate each and every one of you. Thank you ever so much for tuning into my humble little show. And yes, so until next time, my friends, you keep it retro, and as usual, you know what? It's bye for now. Bye-bye.
Round 2, fight! Hadouken! Tatsumaki Senpou Gyaku! Hadouken! 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 KO! You win! Round 1, fight! Tatsumaki Senpou Gyaku! You round 2, fight! Tatsumaki Senpou Gyaku! Hadouken! Hadouken! Shoryuken! Hadouken! Hadouken! Round one, fight! Tatsuya! Tatsumaki Senpu Gyaku! Hadouken! Yeah! Hadouken! Tatsumaki Senpu Gyaku! Hadouken! Hadouken! Tatsumaki Senpu Gyaku!
You win! Round two, fight!
Hadouken! Hadouken! Tatsumaki Senpu Gyaku! Tatsumaki Senpu Gyaku! Hadouken! Hadouken!
You lose! Round three, fight!
Tatsumaki Senpu Gyaku! Tatsumaki Senpu Gyaku! Tatsumaki Senpu Gyaku! Tatsumaki Senpu Gyaku! Tatsumaki Senpu Gyaku!
You win!
Welcome, stranger, I know why you're here. You remember games from the yesteryear, games with pixels and that bleep bloop sound. But boy, they were the very best games in town. We light up the night, neon dreams in our eyes, arcade machines whispering low, pixelated worlds where we all come alive. Level up high, let the good times flow. Joystick in hand, we're reliving the past. High scores and laughter, we're making it last. With every coin drop, we're forging a bond. In this pixel paradise, we'll always respond. Welcome to the Retro Gaming Club, where the 8-bit dreams never fade away. Gaming to the beat of our favorite tunes. Let's play till the dawn, we'll never lose. Neon lights shining, we're lost in the glow. In the Retro Gaming Club, let's go, let's go. Flashback to battles, we'll play side by side. Power-ups and hearts, love in disguise. We'll race through the levels, collect all the coins. In this timeless adventure, we're waiting to join. Crashing 8-bit beats, igniting the night. From pixels to dreams, we'll take flight. With every button pressed, our spirits ignite. In this retro wonderland, everything feels right. Welcome to the Retro Gaming Club, where the